Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't know what was going on. I was on the wrong link. But go ahead and take your screenshots, drop it in the chat, let everybody know that we are live. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started in a few minutes, but I do want to go ahead and try to get everybody on before we do get started.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be.
Yo, drop y'all screenshots, y'all. Let everybody know that we are live. I said that when I first started the call. I don't know if y'all heard me. But let's go ahead and try to get as many people on as we can. I know I was on the wrong link starting it out, so I don't know who tried to join since then. But um, just want to go ahead and let everybody know. So if y'all can, go ahead and drop y'all screenshots, and then we're gonna go ahead and get going.
Vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. they can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million.
What's good, y'all? Let's go ahead and get this thing going. I apologize. I look crazy right now. I've been running around ever since like 6 in the morning. But we got to get the call done. I told y'all I was gonna do it. I pushed it back an hour to make sure that we still did it. So let's go ahead and get it done. So first and foremost, you guys, big shout out to everybody who is actually plugged in. I know you guys could have been doing anything. It's 11 in the morning right now. Some of y'all may have work or may have just gotten off of work. You work nights and you're up right now, plugged into this call. And so I kind of want to talk to you guys about some things that was like very like strong on my heart right now in this season that we're in of a brand new fourth quarter. For those who do not know, well, I mean, everybody on this call may know, I've experienced the fourth quarter full time in entrepreneurship 3 times now. You know, well, actually, maybe four because I joined during the fourth quarter and I had like a month into the fourth quarter, or a month ending the fourth quarter is when I actually got started in the business. And, some people say all the time that, how you start things is how you finish. And I like to believe how you finish things is how you start the next. A lot of people think that the fourth quarter is a slow season. The fourth quarter is this season. I feel like the fourth quarter could be your best quarter as long as you make an adjustment. Every single time that I've experienced the fourth quarter in my business kind of made a turn for the best. If anything, my business usually, from the past, my business has been known to take its slow strides in the beginning of the year and like the third quarter. So like first quarter sometimes, like usually, so like last year, not like, was this last year? I think so. No, last year we ended the year strong. The year before last year, business was booming in November, and then from November to December, December just got real slow. Like I don't know what happened, and then December going into January was slow, and things didn't really start to pick up again until like after like March, and so. But me personally, I thrive off of the fourth quarter. I'm a very competitive person, and I feel like everybody got the mindset that, oh, the fourth quarter, the fourth quarter, everybody is scared of the fourth quarter. They're like, prepare for the fourth quarter, prepare for the fourth quarter. And then you got people that talk about going hard or like they say like go all out, but I truly believe that a lot of people already have like a predetermined mindset that they should get less in the fourth quarter. And me personally, I feel like my abundance comes in the fourth quarter. Every single time that I ranked up in this company, it was literally in the fourth quarter. I skipped 3 ranks in a month. And, 2 years later, I hit my next rank in the fourth quarter. And so I'm very like confident when it comes down to the fourth quarter. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about is, I want to give you guys perspective and I want to give you guys, in a sense, steps that are going to be able to really help you make a decision to go all in the fourth quarter. A lot of these things that I'm going to teach you guys and give you guys are things that I did without even realizing it. And then soon realized like, okay, this is why I got great results in the fourth quarter. Okay. So, I'm going to give you guys 5 of them and then we'll follow back up. I know I have 2 morning dedication calls. Now, if you have not checked the new schedule, I'm going to be on Monday and then also Friday. We're going to have one to start the week and then we're going to have one finishing and closing out the week, so that you guys can have a great, productive weekend as well. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, first and foremost, you could title this, how to go all in. You could title this "How to Go All In" because I know some people right now, they're struggling. Maybe it's in trading, maybe it's in business, maybe it's in just like mental challenges, whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people right now are, kind of battling themselves a little bit. And, in order to go all in, you have to kind of come to an understanding and you have to be clear minded of what all in even really looks like. A lot of people know it's like, okay, well, I need to do the most that I could possibly do, but they don't really know how to prepare themselves and put themselves in the position to even do the most that they want to do. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, number one, is understanding the power of commitment. Okay. And I'm going to follow up with quotes for each like topic that I give you guys. Okay. So first is understand the power of commitment. Okay. And the quote for that is until one is committed, there is hesitancy. The chance to draw back concerning all acts of initiative, there is one elementary truth. The moment one commits oneself, providence moves too. Okay. So what that simply means is until you're committed, right? You're hesitant, and you always have you're at a point of retreat. Like you're all a possibility for retreat is always there. Like, okay, well, if this does not work out, then I could just do this, a plan B, if you will. When I joined this business, I was committed, and that was the only reason. Like, I cannot lie to you guys. It wasn't skills. It may have been, it was like, let's just say it was 1% skill, right? 2% motivation. Oh no, 1% skill, 1% motivation, 1% goals, 1%. No, that's it. That's it. Well, let's say 1% confident. So we're at 4%. My success within my first month in this business was based off of 96% just pure commitment. It was not a point of retreat. Like, I say this all the time, and I don't know if you guys hear me for how I say it or understand what I mean when I say it. I don't just say it to be funny. I don't just say it to try to, make you guys feel the same. Like, I'm dead serious. When that money left my account, I was committed to making something of this. It was not a, oh, well, maybe I could. I didn't even know. Like, I know people now, they do chargebacks. They'll call their bank and they'll tell their bank that they never paid for IM, or they never made and the bank will reverse the transaction. Right? Some people, they look at it when they're signing up and they say 7 day, money back guaranteed. I didn't know about that. I didn't read that. So from the moment that that money left my account, I was committed to getting something from this. It was something or die trying. Like, that was my mentality. So when I talk about what I did to get the results, it wasn't even a thought of like, dang, do I want to do this? Or can I do this? I was already committed to where all the actions it just was what it was. I slept on the floor of the person who enrolled me until I hit P600. I found out I was close to P600. I was like 4 people away. I slept on his floor until we got that done. It only took a few days, but slept on his floor. I drove every day. My mom had moved to Indiana. I drove every day from Indiana to Joliet, Illinois. That was an hour and 30-minute drive. I did that every day. Gas money, right? Every day. In the shower, watching Zoom calls, in the shower, studying Go Live, every day. I did not care. It was not a thought if I wanted to do it, if I felt like doing it. The commitment is what starts it all. Okay. So the perspective that I want to give you guys is going all in is not about having a plan B. When you commit fully, the universe, God, whatever you believe in will align opportunities, resources, and energy to support your path. So you want to make the decision that this is your path. And if you got all of these old side, like, I know a lot of people, and I tell my mentees this all the time. I tell my mentees this all the time. Like, think about, like, I know Alice knows this to be true, right? My uncle was in the army. I watch a lot of movies of like war and army, and it's like I'm watching a show on Netflix. Right? I haven't watched it in a minute, but it's called Vikings. Okay. And these Vikings, they are considered the pagans. They believe in multiple gods, and they believe that once they die, they'll go to a place called Valhalla. And in Valhalla, it's a bunch of Viking kings and great warriors that they will fight in eternity with. Fight, eat, and drink beer, drink liquor. Right? That's their belief. So every day that they're going to raid another place or going into battle, it's like, yo, I'm here to fight. I'm going to die fighting. And once I die fighting, I'm going to go here and I'm going to fight again. There's no possibilities. There's no what ifs. There's no thought of retreat. Like in the show, if you retreat, if you coward out, you won't make it to heaven. Like their heaven, their definition of heaven, right? They won't make it. If you would have told me I would sleep outside, I would have said you crazy. Not facts. Even I was watching a old, black, hood movie, right? And it was a dude from the hood. He went to the army, and he literally had to put his brain like in the freezer to forget about his old life, forget about his family, because he's out there fighting. And if any extra thoughts interfere, he can lose his life on the battlefield. He was committed every day, every battle to make it back home. Fight, fight, fight. Do what I got to do to make it back home. Live another day. Right? So I want you guys to understand. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Going all in is not about having a plan B. When you commit fully, God, the universe, aligns opportunities, resources, and energy to support your path. It's things that I cannot predict that will happen, that happened in my business would have happened. The people that I had no hope, you sign somebody up and you like, oh, they are a potential leader. All of the people that I thought was potential leaders didn't really do much, if I could be honest with you. They did something, but as far as what I was probably expecting from them, never happened. Because guess what? It's God's plan, not mine. Right? So sometimes we make plans and we think that this should happen how it should happen. But really, in reality, your success is probably going to come from something completely different than what you were even expecting. But just because you did it, just because you did your part, I used to tell myself, and I used to tell everybody when I did training calls that I just went all in and I just chucked it up to God. How was this bill going to get paid? I don't know. How was this going to happen? I don't know. I just went all in and gave it up to God. Like I was watching a video and I'm going to drop it in the chat for you guys, or I might even study it and do a training for you guys on it and then give you guys the video. I feel like I would like to do that, because sometimes the perspective, I feel like y'all kind of understand my perspective. So I want to digest it and then re-give it to you guys. And then I'll give you guys the video to kind of study it on your own. But it talks about surrendering your business, surrendering your goals, surrendering everything that you desire to God and just doing your part. That is what commitment is all about. Commitment is just about doing your part, not wondering, not questioning, not even thinking back on what could possibly go wrong. Nothing. There is no plan B, and you're going to do what you need to do. You're going to do all that you can do, and you know that some way, somehow, it's going to happen. Right? I'm going to tell you guys this real quick before I move on to the second one, because I got a meeting literally in 30 minutes. Right? We got 58 brand new applicants in the past 24 hours looking to be a part of my travel club. So I got a lot of meetings. I got a lot of work to do today. So I can't. I know I'll be on here for a long time. So action, right? What's the action with commitment, right? The action that I want you guys to do, or that I suggest you do, burn the bridge of hesitation. Sometimes, like I've heard this before, and I'm not telling y'all to do this, but I heard when I was early on, there was a guy making a lot of money, 23 years old, making $250,000 a month. And what he said was, one second, y'all, waiting on the package. I'm trying to make sure they're here. But what he said was, he said to once you put your back up against the wall, you have no choice but to run. You have no choice but to run. Think about somebody like coming at you to fight you and you don't want to fight. Y'all ever been in a position to where you didn't want to do something? Like, I don't want to do it. But sometimes you just be put in a position where you have no choice but to do it. Like I don't like I like right now, y'all, I do business, I do Zoom calls. I'm not gonna fight. You could talk all you want to talk, right? You could talk all you want to talk. But once you get me in the corner and you got me cornered, and I'm like, okay, it's either I fight you or I'm just gonna sit here and get beat up. I'm gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it my all. You know what I'm saying? So he said, once you put your back up against the wall, you have no choice but to run. And early on, leaders were saying, like, quit your job, do this, do that, and they were saying it not directly, like not telling you like, well, go quit your job. But me personally, I took that personal, and I'm like, and the difference between me, let's because I'm not you, you're not me, and we're not each other. Everybody thinks differently, everybody operates differently, everybody is different, okay? But me personally, I've already believed before this business that I did not need a job. I resold shoes, made a lot of money doing it. I fixed iPhones. I had skill sets, and I've already built pre confidence in myself that I can do more than what a job could ever do for me. I already had that understanding. So when I was hearing them say, "Put your back up against the wall," and you got no choice but to run, if I stayed at my job, y'all, I probably wouldn't have hit P2. Because when the tough times came, I would have probably compared the money that I made in the business compared to the money that I was making at my job. And then I would have been like, dang, I'm putting a lot of time into this business. If I put more time to my job, my checks could get bigger. And I probably would have been thinking short term and small minded based off of that little bitty paycheck that was not going to get me to where I wanted to be in the long run. So I burnt the bridge of a job. It's not impossible to go get another job. That was my mindset. Like, if this was a bad decision, I'm just going to learn from it. Right? I didn't have a degree for the job that I was at. So it's like, I didn't have kids, whatever the case may be. So I burnt my bridges and I went all in. So action, burn the bridges of hesitation, whatever could allow you, whatever thoughts, whatever backup plans that could allow you to hesitate, burn it. Identify what you've been half committing to and make a firm decision today to go all in and eliminate the distractions that are going to prevent it. Okay? Step number 2, shift from interested to obsessed. Shift from interested to obsessed. Write that down, and I'll be right back. All right, all right. So the last one, the second one, shift from interested to obsessed. Okay? The quote that I want to give you is the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Steve Jobs. And one thing I want to tell you guys is within that, right? Is that sometimes what you're doing right now, how could I put this? When I joined, let me just tell y'all this. When I joined this platform, I didn't love what I did. I didn't love this, right? But I had to figure out what I love doing and how this could help me do what I love doing. Okay? I resold shoes. I got I think the word is euphoric. I think I got a good feeling, right? Every time I was the guy with the shoe. You need it, I have it. I'm solving your problem. I loved solving problems. Oh my God, that's what it is. Oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just got what is it? A breakthrough, a revelation. I just got a revelation. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I love solving problems. I've always been good at math. If you ask my mom, like, how was Josh growing up? I was always challenged myself to solve a problem. I would literally take video games apart, the system. I would take it apart and put it back together. I would literally like my mom's like VCRs. I would literally just unscrew stuff. Like I loved construction. I loved solving problems. I like building houses. Why? Because this was the plan, right? The problem is the plan is not in existence yet, and I'm solving the problem. So I'm in love with solving problems and seeing the result of the problem that I just solved. Your phone is broken. Bet I could fix it. I fixed the phone. I'm looking at the smile on your face. I'm looking at how I literally just turned this. Like I love creating and solving problems. That is crazy. It's so wild to me that I just thought about this. Like my dad bought me like a toy tool set with screws and stuff in the inside, but I didn't even really use it because I wanted to take real stuff apart and show my mom that I put it back together. So building this business, it wasn't trading. It wasn't helping people trade at first until I realized that that was a problem that I was solving. My dad worked so much and didn't get time, didn't have free time, didn't have freedom. It's a difference between financial security and financial freedom. Think about the definition of security. Secure. It's not free, it's secured. So a lot of people, right? A lot of people are chasing financial security, not realizing that that's not going to give them the results of financial freedom. Oh my goodness. Josh, I just want to be stable. Being stable is not going to give you an unstable, like if you want to wake up and book flights, that is unstable. That's an unstable lifestyle. That's not a stable lifestyle. Stable is very, very secure, consistent, right? So a lot of you guys want the value of financial freedom, but you're chasing financial security. So I realized that my dad had financial security. He was making good money. Bills were paid. We were okay, especially when I got older. When I was younger, but when we got older, he had like a trucking job, was making good. We was secure, food in the refrigerator. He was just a little bad with money managing, but now it's like, okay, boom. I'm learning how to trade. I'm learning how to take my money and make it work for me. Let me show my dad how to do this. And when my dad made his first amount of money, that inspired me so much to go help more people. Right? So the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. And that don't mean keep looking for something new, but that's to find what you love doing within what can give you what you want. Sometimes you have to fall in love with the process, right? And that's what they mean by falling in love with the process. Find the little things that you really enjoy out of what it's going to take to give you what you really want, right? Find the little things within what you have to do that you enjoy that will help you get to what you want. So the perspective for shift your interests, shift from interested to obsessed, right? Interest gets you started. All of us got started, y'all. I tell people this all the time. We're not special because we said yes to this, right? We're not special because we said yes. It makes clear sense. You don't have money, you want more money, you want to go learn how to make more money, boom, cool. Makes sense. A plus B equals C. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Makes sense, right? Interest gets you started, but obsession sustains you through the hard moments. Just like business, life, and the market, it's going to go up and it's going to come down. But when it comes down, are you obsessed about getting to the destination? People who go all in find moments. Wait, no. Wait. No, people who go all in find themselves becoming obsessed with the process and transformation that it brings. I stopped falling in love with the emails of a new member. I started falling in love with, damn, this is a new person whose life I'm going to be able to impact. I can't wait to help them make money for the first time. I can't wait to help them make their first withdrawal. I can't wait for their family to look and say, damn, I didn't think it would work, but now I believe in you and I believe in it. I could not wait for my family to see the impact that I was creating. So it wasn't just the small things. I was going all in to I was going all in and finding myself becoming obsessed with the process and what it and the transformation that it brought. Me growing and developing communication, me dressing different, all of that. I fell in love with that, and I was just like, oh, like that's what I'm going after. I'm going after being that person that could impact and reach anyone no matter what age you are. I could be in a conversation with no matter how much money you're earning, right? So action, dive into your process. Don't start your process. Don't plan your dive in to your process. Learn to love the grind and become obsessed with excellence in every small detail of your work. Why do I move and change things up? Because I'm working for excellence. I know I will never reach 100%. That's impossible. No, nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect. But every single day I wake up and I look to strive and work for excellence. Some people, they wake up and they do what they can do to get by. I did it. Now I could say I did it. I do it to do it the best that I possibly can. Shout out to my grandfather for giving me that mentality. He would literally, we would cut grass together. And he would literally make me re-go over what I've cut. I'm like, he like this right here. I'm like, granddad, that's one piece of grass. I could pull that with my hand. And he used to yell at me, if you're gonna do it the best you can do it. Right? And they here tell me you're not finna make me look bad. They paying me. And then I think in my head, like, they paying you $20. They paid the Hispanics $100 and they got these high tech tools and they cut the grass in 5 minutes. We over here walking up and down with this walking lawnmower for 2 hours. Forget that little one piece of grass. But he made me fall in love with doing things to the best of my ability, because when you have do something, you know it deep down in your heart. You know you could have done more. And at that point, you are literally tarnishing your confidence. You're tarnishing your belief in yourself to be great and do great because you're settling for doing enough. Three, master the art of relentless focus. Quote, you don't need more time. You just need fewer distractions. Oh my God. You don't need more time. You just need fewer distractions. When I joined the business, I sacrificed Netflix. I sacrificed girlfriends, relationships, dating. I sacrificed buying new clothes and shoes for a long period of time. I sacrificed my distractions. I didn't need more time. We all got 24 hours in a day. It's what you do with it, where you feed your focus. Going all in means protecting your focus like a fortress. Eliminate distractions, set boundaries, and stop chasing shiny objects. You ever heard of shiny object syndrome? Something that a lot of people in this company go through. Oh, well, it's getting tough over here. Let me go over there and I could be at the beginning. I could be at the start. And maybe other people will do more work for me and it'll help me. I'll get good positioning. That's shiny object syndrome. The grass is only green where you water it. So just stay focused on watering your grass. Stay focused on doing the work that you have to do. So the action to master the art of relentless focus is create an all-in environment. Cut out unnecessary meetings. That's something that I've done. I literally cut the schedule in half. I'm like, yo, bro, look, I get more results out of free trials than training my communities who's here. It's crazy. I cut out unnecessary meetings, time wasting apps, and distractions. It was a point in time where I couldn't focus. I was scrolling on Instagram for hours. I literally would delete Instagram, download it in the morning, shoot my DMs for the morning, delete Instagram, and then download it again in the afternoon, shoot enough DMs out, make my post, delete Instagram again, then download it at the end of the night to see if people responded to the DMs and shoot more DMs to check in the morning. That y'all might be like, Josh, that's extra. You just need to be disciplined. Sometimes it's not that easy to be disciplined. Sometimes you gotta hide the TV. You gotta have somebody hide the TV remote. Sometimes you gotta throw money in a jar and forget where you put the jar. Right? You want to create an all-in environment. You want to spend 80% 80% of your time on your most impactful work. This is a big problem that I had. After my team started getting bigger, I was doing busy work and I was wondering why my business wasn't moving. Man, I had a busy day today. I met with 10 people who were already on my team and was expecting for my team to grow. How? One opportunity call with 2 guests, but then I had 30 conversations with my team. Still productive, but it's not giving me the result. Right? 4, surround yourself with relentless energy. You are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Right? That's a Jim Rohn quote. Perspective. Energy is contagious. Being surrounded by people who are also going all in will elevate your commitment. You can't expect to stay driven if you're surrounded around mediocrity. This is why I've cleaned the chats. I created a whole new chat. And it's still people hitting me up to be in the chats. And it's still people who are in these chats who don't show up. And I'm going to continue to cleanse the chats. Why? Because right now, we need the people who really want it, relentless energy. And if you're here to be stable, that's fine, but do that over there. I'm here to be unstably free. I'm here for stupid success. Not okay. Not, ooh, I can now take a trip once a year. No. I want to be able to wake up, get on a private jet if I want to. Some other people can. Why can't I? Small-mindedness rubs off. Laziness rubs off. Complaining rubs off. I remember a point in my business where I became a big complainer, and it was because who I was talking to. I'm like, bro, I gotta stop talking to this person. Every time I talk to them, like, we could agree, it's a good complaint. Like, I agree, but you don't even want to adopt the mentality of complaining, because once you start complaining about something, you're gonna start complaining about everything. Complain about stuff that doesn't even require energy to even complain about. Oh, Jess, I lost the trade. Guess what? We all did. Because you, excuse me. What are you complaining for? Excuse me, y'all. What are we complaining for? It's a part of trading. You gotta lose. Right? I'm sorry. 5, rewire your relationships with fear and failure. I might be like, Josh, what are you talking about? Rewire. Wait. I skipped the action. My bad. Action for surround your. I said what I said. I lost my train of thought. I'm like, I gotta stop. All right. So surround yourself with relentless people. The action. Audit your circle. And this might have to be temporarily. It was a point in time I did not talk to my blood big brother. 3 years apart, grew up together, went through struggles together, took care of each other. Me and my big brother, my parents worked so hard, we pretty much raised our siblings. That is my brother. Like, here, he could say what I'm thinking before I'm even thinking it. Like, that is my brother. We're probably closer than some people who are twins that might, like, I'm so serious. Like, we know each other. We understand each other. I love my brother dearly. But when I joined this business, I already knew as a kid me and my brother was different. My brother, he gonna do just enough. And that's just how he is, and he knows that. Right? I'm not saying he can't change, but some people who don't, like, you could be aware of what you want, but if you're not making action to change it, I've yet to see my brother make action to change it. My brother was okay with working a job. He's okay. He's working 2 right now. He's okay with working 2 jobs. I'm not. So when I realized that I needed to go all in on this business, and every time I hung out with my brother, it wasn't making progress for me. Not even talk to my brother. We have good conversations, but hanging out with him and just being around him all day, all long, it wasn't productive. It wasn't progressive. Y'all might say, Josh, that's family. It doesn't need to be productive. It doesn't. For a season, sometimes it does. For a season, the littlest thing with the person that you love the most could throw everything off track. My family has the ability to affect my energy because I care. So I had to separate in order to elevate. So you want to audit your circle. If people around you are not pushing boundaries, listen to me. If people around you are not pushing boundaries, either limit your time with them or expand your circle with more people who are also going all in. You cannot, I'm telling you cannot go all in with somebody who's okay with going enough, doing enough. It's not possible, right? So 5, rewire your relationship with fear and failure. The quote is you either learn from failure or you learn from success, but you have to be in motion to learn at all. I'm going to repeat that one more time. You either learn from failure or you learn from success, but you have to be in motion to learn at all. A lot of people are like, what if? You'll never know if you don't do anything. You got to move, try it, do it. You'll either learn and figure out why it didn't work, or you'll win and figure out why you won, why it worked. You have to be in motion to even learn. Perspective. Fear of failure often holds people back from going all in. When you shift to viewing failure as feedback, write that down. Failure equals feedback. I had to lose my entire team to figure out how to prevent from losing my team again. And losing your entire team means an income decrease. I had to lose a lot of money to give myself feedback to understand why I shouldn't do what I did that lost me all that money. When you shift to viewing failure as feedback and an essential part of your journey, you unlock new levels of resilience. I embrace taking losses. I love it. I love it. I embrace people not believing in me. I love it. I embrace people giving up on me. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Earlier this year, I said it and it kind of happened just a little bit. But I told myself, I'm like, man, I probably need a girlfriend to break my heart. Y'all ever broke up with somebody and you like, yo, it's time for me to level up? I was like, yo, I'm finna go get a girlfriend. And I want somebody to break my heart so I could go get motivated to change my life. Y'all want to know why I started reselling shoes? Because a girl broke, not a girl, she didn't break up with me. I broke up with her, but she was like borderline cheating on me, y'all. And I was a eighth grader going to a freshman in high school. I was an eighth grader going to a freshman at high school, and I gave this girl an iPhone, and she was texting somebody she told me was like her brother. I'm like, what? And then I looked at the guy who she was talking to. This is like, this ain't a serious story, y'all. You know, I know it's very random, but I'm being real with y'all. All right, eighth grade, you had no business. Hey, I grew up fast, but I was in eighth grade, right? I was planning my future with this girl in eighth. It was summer, so I was a freshman at this point, right? And you know, I was planning my future with this girl. Her mom previously took her phone for some reason. She ain't even had no phone. I bought an iPhone off eBay. I gave the phone to her months before. It was this guy. She like, yeah, no, we grew up together. That's like my brother. And I don't know, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm like, okay, cool. We went on a trip. It was a church trip too. That's what's crazy. We went on a church trip, and I was locked in, y'all. That was probably the closest I ever felt with God. Like at that time, like it was wild. And it was another girl on the church trip, and she was having the same breakthrough experience with God, right? And me and her was just like clicking because it was like, man, like, you know, you feel what I feel. Like this is amazing. And her mother was like a pastor, so you know, preachers' kids. It was kind of normal, I guess. She didn't get what we got, and so she got jealous on that trip. The guy who was like her brother was on the trip too. And after the trip, she told me, she was like, yeah, so and so told me that he likes me, and I think I want to explore and see what that's like. was like, what the heck? I'm like, what are you talking? I was heartbroken, y'all. I was crying. Like, I was heartbroken, y'all. That was like I've never been heartbroken like that ever again in my life. It's never happened. I was heartbroken. And it was bad. And so I was like, give me my phone back there. And she like, okay, I'll give it back to you on Sunday. I'm like, all right, cool. I go back to I go back to church and I'm like, where my phone at? And she's like, hold on, I gotta delete some stuff first. I gotta take my stuff off here. I was like, nah, bro, you had all weekend, you had all week to reset the phone. Give me my phone back. And her mom didn't know that she had the phone that I gave her. And so I was like, bro, give me my phone back off to go in there and tell your mama that you got a phone. You were being petty. I was heartbroken. I don't care. Give me this phone. And so I took the phone and I went through the phone. I don't go through phones no more. But I went through the phone. I found exactly what I was looking for. She was talking they was flirting before she even told me this, right? Before we even stopped talking, they was already flirting. And so I looked at him and I compared myself to him. And I'm like, like, dang, he fresh, he got clothes, he got shoes, all of that. And I had money. I was making money. No, this was right before I started reselling phones and fixing phones and all of that. So this was right before school started. And I'm like, I bet I'm finna change my life. I'm finna turn up and I'm finna flex on her. And that's exactly what happened, y'all. I started making money selling the phones. I started buying all the shoes and the clothes and stuff. And then she came back and tried to talk to me at the end of freshman year. I told her, yeah, but then I ain't even take her serious. And like, yo, this girl was trying to talk to me for like 2 years straight after that. And I was like, I was dissing her. But like that, like stuff like that motivates me. Like I feel motivated when I feel at a disadvantage or when somebody don't believe in me or like when I feel like, so I was like, man, coming into this new year, I was like, yo, I need a heartbreak to put me in super drive so I can turn up. but I ain't get that. I didn't get that for real. But so yeah. So action to rewire your relationship with fear and failure. Okay. You want to take bold actions that scare you. Okay. You want to take bold actions that scare you. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Learn to use fear as a compass pointing you on where you need to go next. Joshua, I don't know if I'm comfortable. I'm shy. I don't know if I want to talk to that person. This person is here. I'm here. Go do it. Right? All of this is proven, y'all, through my results that I've gotten so far. Right? Naya, my first platinum 1000. I was scared. I was scared to call her. I wasn't scared, but I was just like, yo, like she's here. She's one of those pretty girls. Her parents got money. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't need this. I need this. I felt like the business, she was too good for the business. But I knew that the business could be good for her, but I just knew that she wouldn't see it. That's what I convinced myself to believe. And one day I was just like, forget it. I'm gonna call her. And I called her. The girl sent me a picture of her credit card. She didn't walk through the sign-up process. She sent me the credit card, and I was like, you could do it yourself. I'm glad to hear that you're ready to get started. She didn't even get on a Zoom call. She didn't need a Zoom call. She didn't ask questions. She just sent me a picture of her card. And she validated me in the business early on. Like I said, you just got to go all in and you don't know how it's going to happen. When I got her started, the next thing I thought to do, I was like, she pretty. Everybody at the school knows her. She's popular. Let me get her to Platinum 600. Let me rank her up so people could see this. And I did that. I gave her the people to hit Platinum 600. She didn't even know how to log in, none of this stuff. She was BSing for like 2 months. I got her to Platinum 600, dropped her Platinum 600 flyer. Everybody like questioning, like, oh, you do that thing with Josh? And she just like, yeah, and telling them to text me. I then signed up a brand new 20 to 30 people off of the strength of her working with me. I stopped building her business. She D-ranked. I remember seeing it. I didn't know what it was, but everybody was talking about it. Like Shania went to high school with me, y'all. She's telling y'all this is exactly what it. I was literally I was prospecting when the NBA is looking for potential prospects. They're gonna go for the most influential, leading, scoring, good players. They're going to go straight at them and they're going to pitch their offer. Even if the team is developing, yo, we're going to build a centerpiece around you. This team is going to be around you. This is your team. If they already got a strong team, now they're promoting how they're going to be able to partner up with other strong people because they're new, they're a rookie. Right? I was literally going for the most influential people in the school, knowing that at some point the whole school was going to be mine. And Shania, right or wrong, majority of the known people at the school joined my business. They joined my business. That's what got me to P1000 and 50, 60 people before those people started falling off and whatnot. I wasn't a good leader then. So I had to go all in, get the success, realize what was possible. And then I had to lose it all to then figure out how to maintain it again. Right? Shania said, I was seeing everyone I know flyers popping out. I'm like, what is this? Exactly. So and so just joined Marathon Investments. Welcome to Marathon Investments. Welcome to Marathon. I was just dropping flyers every day, all day. Then I was getting them to P150. I had a 16-year-old P150, a 16-year-old P600. I'm like, yo, he's 16. We need to give him the P600. Everybody who 18, 19 in the business is going to be like, dang, I'm BSing. We had 30-year-olds in the business like, what the heck am I doing? And then they finally went and hit P600 and P1000. I always loved the challenge to prove a point. And on top of that, I just went all in. I took the risk. It was like, yo, you can't be this age and you got to sign up at this age. I didn't care. We had 15-year-old P150s. We had a 14-year-old P150. I'm not telling y'all to go do that now, but what I'm telling you is that I didn't have a plan B. I just went all in and I just did what I could. People were selling Christmas gift. The 14-year-olds was selling their Christmas gift card to the movie theater to people on my team, and they were giving them cash in exchange to sign up. I would literally go pick somebody up. Yo, I'm finna sign the person up who signed me up. I swear to y'all, like I'm motivated at this point. I'm about to go and re-sign the person up because I just want him to tell the stories. I just want him to explain it how it happened. Like, that's all I want. He don't even got a bill. I just want him here, and I want him to validate everything that I'm telling y'all that we did because, like, it was insane. We would be in the room at 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning on the phone with one person, and they're $30 short. So we got in the car, drove them to the bank, had them pull out the money, give it to us. We put it in our account, and we paid for them to sign up. Just one person. One person. Then before he even got out the car, we was already trying to get a list. Like, who do you know? Who do you know? So I'm here to tell y'all right now, Rich and Steve did a call when we was coming up. You might have remembered that, Carnisha. They said, you got to be all in to be balling. You got to be all in to be balling. You want to get rich, you want to make a lot of money, you have to go all in. It's not a 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of thing. You're not going to go far like that. So today I gave you guys 5 steps. Friday, I'm going to give you guys 5 more. Drop some 5s in the chat box below if you enjoyed this call. Right? I'm not going to lie to y'all. This was one. This was one for sure, for sure. This was one of those, like, top ones. The points, the perspective, the quotes, like, I don't think this could have been produced any better. I'm super excited to give you guys the other 5. But yeah, it's go time, y'all. I got 50. Let me check. Let me update y'all. Let's go to Gmail. We got 60 leads in 24 hours. I got a meeting right now. I'm 1 minute late. Y'all want to see my schedule? And this isn't even done. This is today. All right. And this does not even include the calls that I got to do with y'all. I had somebody sign up from the website. Right. This is my week so far. all the highlighted orange. This is my week so far. It's up and stuck. And then we have 60 applicants. That's only like 13 people. So now my assistant is going to go and text all of the other people and tell them to finish the application and register for a meeting. You guys, I'm gonna tell y'all what type of time I'm on before I get off of here. October is my pre all in. And I say pre all in. No, October is all in. This is all in. This is all in October. I'm giving this month my all. And November is going to be a November to remember. November to remember. Because everything that I'm doing now, I'm not even looking for a result. Everything that I'm doing now, I'm understanding that this is brick by brick by brick foundation. And November, the foundation is going to be there. And then from November, we're just building on top of the foundation. Then December, right? I live in Chicago. It's going to get cold in December. I got I got travel club ambassadors in Africa, South Africa. Right now, they're in spring. December, January, February, when some people here are cold, lazy, Christmas time, not hungry, not motivated, they are. Summertime, they're outside, right? She texts me that I'm late for the meeting. Hey, are we still on for the meeting? This girl right here, y'all. Let me see. She got 17,000 followers. She live in Botswana. And she did pageants and stuff like that. She was official Miss Universe of Botswana. Like, yo, it's game time. I hope y'all motivated. I don't care if y'all motivated. I hope y'all are dedicated to get the success that you want. I almost joined twice before I actually got started from seeing the impact in high school. The first time I let someone talk me out of it, I didn't have the bread then and I let it go by. Who talked to you about it the first month? Was that Q? Was that Q? You talk about Q? Yeah, I had a guy named Q, y'all. Some bum I was dating. Oh, you're talking about Q. Yeah, this guy, not Q? Ooh. Oh, somebody in another team? Or was he on my team? Curious. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, y'all. It's Monday. Monday. This is the start. Go all in. Do whatever you got to do to get to where you want to be. Whatever assistance you need from me, let me know. But we are out. I got a meeting to catch.